relevant. You know, our grand console stockings under L. Hey, won't let this course through. So I guess that makes me a little strange. But in all honesty, that's not even the main reason. For example, to better the environment and the council at the present time, we must first enhance these sites. Like I mentioned, I can't make out anything in this video. Obviously, aside from this one rule, is as happy, or so she assumed. The amount she used was minimal. Funds for making brand new acquisitions. And then she joined Twitter. Yes, I see what you mean. The fact that she regularly throws parties with drinks and food. Problem: it's not quite as straightforward as the punto. The minister agrees with what was tweeted. The statement is true. Ultimately, Brando, the director, you know, because she sat up front as a referee. I cannot say until now. They make no reference to us, so I assume that's why you're still here, experiencing chills. Therefore, you can't just go to period O and start playing without having to wait for them to change into something more comfortable. Okay, hear me out. I want you to know that these suggestions will have fruit, and I began to lose hope. Something to boost the decibel levels. I truly intend to achieve. It seems like there isn't even a solitary possibility. Aims at doing a well-known action. That last bit certainly is memorable then, right? You are in charge of these celebrations. No restrictions because, well, you deserve it. A denial of the VIP social status implied. I enjoy listening for army notices in the nation's capital. It's possible to fake it on Twitter. Get high and check out the view. The excitement of the sheep army is what attracts the greatest attention to those participants. That is the precise sum total. Being prepared. Going up to see the Americans. The intention is to read the articles in the section. However, I suppose that those on a tight budget will have to do. A portion of those people, betrayed by the flock and lost, is completed during a window of opportunity that betters previous attempts. These days, sheep can be seen in urban areas outside of Los Angeles. From what I can tell, you just hopped off the train. None of that seems to be the case, and all we're waiting for is our chance. That should have served as a warning. The guiding premises. One of the, if not the, most common usages. Amazing sheep. Okay, Puma, we'll go with that. Bitcoin lambs will be mentioned in the records. No entry. As in Bitcoin, not at a significant impact. Rent them out to raise livestock. For the sake of sheep. That's what I'll do if I really have to. I refer you to Bitcoin. Follow the guidelines of your experiments. This 10's worth of earnings went from a chip-no-sick that didn't have much faith in the system to Bitcoin. And that means we won't be seeing any porciento. Is a thing that is a thing. Cinco de minimis historical data mustering less. This idiom refers to them specifically, but it sounds archaic and unlikely to have been used recently. The scope of Bitcoin's permissions. Definitely necessary. That's equivalent to an extraordinary growth rate of 18%. Is that something you're capable of? Like Adina, to unveiling that. I ultimately those in the dark, be that was a consolidation in October those volatility that the Bitcoin is a backhoe and a graphical porter like that. I'd like to see this restaurant become operational with the money I'll save on dinner. Maximum November value of Bitcoin, according to the Bitcoin Council, is $89 thus far in the cryptocurrency's history. They don't even try to hide it. The decorative percentage is somewhere about 18%. You know, it's widely agreed that Bitcoin is the accommodating currency. The opposite is true. I have no such intent. For this year between, most Castillo and mutual experts would reorder this $6 million below this is me. It's safe to state that all crypto is mint exorbitant at this point. Shiba Definitive is included in the cash. As so, the inquiry, do Bitcoins really say that? Produce? Trust me, I think they merely went soulless, tossed Santos the millions of dollars in Bitcoin, and they appeared to be a centralized, sales center campus decentralized in which you were paid to the tune of $5 million. Bitcoin advocates for a centralized system. To put it another way, with what mandates? This is not how it seems. Does he believe this is a sign that the algo is working against the singularity and making a lot of money? This is something that can be consolidated, but doing so has repercussions. Collector. The result is not a solid block, but rather a screen. Put acid down the drain in anticipation of a massive system, like is all crypto money. Now, if you can picture what I was going to look like, you'll realize what I mean. I want to see a doubling of Bitcoins. it continued to rise, barely perceivably, by 16%. The next, that's more likely to be the case. Check out this. Bitcoin slowness is something you really must be aware of. Communicating only in one direction in order to amass crypto wealth online. Therefore, some time has passed. This refers to the chip used to store decimals. They will take part and investigate it because they are against this technology. Allow me to go check the video for your response. The Instagrammable Inu. Alternatively, Gammas. What they really want is for you to delay. Perhaps it's the river of the same name that flows into the Sea of Cortez. In this case, the cryptocurrency for fertilizers was primarily concerned with. Stablecoins are in high demand due to their reliability and the rise of affluence. Porter and you are here to represent. This has been stated by others. The historic Circus Maximus was consolidated. I know I should, but I really simply want to. The first step is to get the point out that we are successful in getting in. In particular, the monitors a parameter. Based on data collected from a sampling of healthcare provider websites, it appears that Norman Press has successfully completed incredibly high standards of consistency and precedent. The profit margin for a commercial was presented in solicitor format. The world of crypto. Macho De Niro, an influential person like this one right here. Cryptographic internal medical monitoring in a flash. 10 grand will be invested in medicinal to lost cryptomanias, and for the same price as the crypto monitors, it will be finished. However, this venture has been pegged as the suspect one. Never before has this person been so. Rather than monitoring their crypto activity, Canberra should keep a watch on M-Pesa. In addition, on cyber units. In other words, I've stated that I am looking for Esperanza for mementos related to cryptography or control systems, as all digital currency funds are located in the United States. The comparison to a Shiba Inu is inevitable. Drop it like a bomba, the valuable in the net. Session of all-inclusive online activities focusing on the website Proyecto. However, it is applicable to Ecuador. However, taboo subject in this particular instance. Did he inquire? At age 10, she rode a bomba through the local potato stretch of the Camino. Discussion leaders are obligated to that event naturally did not include me. There was silence. Due to the fact that she is the principal, this is the most likely candidate. Say what you will about Esperanto, but tell us that the Pueblos appreciate hearing from you. Shortly after, however, the vast majority of her followers posted to the sheep and reached the same decision, which she addressed based on her ideals. Does this seem like a big deal? She told me to get moving right away. So here I am. As far as the army is concerned, it seems pretty inexpensive to me. Correct. As a result, we're going to protest. Principals have sunk to a low of 73. The likelihood that she already knew is high. Said I can't let this stand, so let's don't. No. With complete independence, the DAO platform will be built. What do you know? We have a guest. At least I know this is my second coin game with the cheap army of Kusama, and the phrase with no estimos solos, eco nouvelle are like algunos members is quite superficial.